I'm a little bit torn because like we could go to the. He mentioned.
Rings, how much they were?
100.
What were you guys saying?
150 gold apiece.
We could go and. It sounds like there's some contracts in the direction of NTP.
Yeah, should we go?
Make our way up there.
Do we want to keep this plate armor?
Oh, maybe we can ask. What's his name again?
We could
Dernick.
sell it to him.
Yeah,
'Cause I don't
or
know-
Maybe, what kind of armor do you have, Falconer? Do you want plate armor?
I think he already has plate armor.
Or do you already have it?
I have chainmail.
No, plate armor is much better than... It's
Yeah,
definitely better.
Yeah, plate armor is an armor class of 18.
Oh, that's way
then
better.
yes,
You would
I
basically
would
be
like
indestructible.
the plate armor.
All right. Do you want to sell your chainmail to Dernick, or you want to hold on to it?
No, I'll sell it.
Okay. It is you get.
Divided by...
He will buy it off you for 30 gold.
Sounds good.
And this
Alright.
is like the flashy armor?
It's not flashy.
Oh,
Not
it's
the chainmail.
just plate.
no, I mean like the one he's selling.
No, it's just basic chainmail.
Oh.
Yep.
Where does the
It's
flashy
like-
part of it come
like-
in?
The underclothes, like the red sleeves and the
clothes and
crimson
stuff like that over
cloak. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The fire wreathed helmet.
Right.
Okay, so with the rings and the gold, the rubies, the diamonds, we have 1850 worth of gold. Divided by 5 would be 370 each.
Right.
You need to buy components.
Yeah. Since
But
the
he doesn't
diamonds are
have
worth.
anything.
Or did you say
Ask
the
him.
diamonds were 300 each?
Yep.
Oh, okay, hold on.
Are
Never
we
mind.
selling him the diamonds?
I think he's just converting them to gold.
Oh, I see.
Well, I was thinking if we held on to the diamonds, I can use them later on for like, I think you need them for resurrection spells. Diamonds worth 100.
Oh, that's helpful.
So
Giving you guys components.
I might hold on to those.
Keep the diamonds then?
Mm-hmm.
300, 650.
Yeah, especially if we have a 5-ounce fire wine situation.
450. Like 5.
Explosivo.
Okay, so 490 each.
Well, you keep the diamonds.
Okay. Okay, so we'll bring that back up to 21 minus 900, and then I will divide that by 4. Then, you know.
Do you know if before we could take a contract, if we could head back to the Blood Inside, Sud and Blood,
Sure.
Bloods and
Get it.
Sons.
You want to
Just
do
to
a cage
beat
fight?
people up?
Oh, to be honest with you, past the 4th wall, I am so close to leveling up. I just want to be there. I need
387 for everybody, and then I won't take any. I'll just take the diamonds.
What was it before? You said
How much-
Is that
370
400
before?
gold?
How
with
much
the 4
experience do you
crates?
need to level up?
Yeah.
Like just 200-ish.
200-ish? You won't get that at the Bloods and Suds.
Dang it. How did he get so much?
I have no idea.
That's what I was saying.
Actually, at this point, you would all get 20 experience and a proficiency in sailing.
You said 387, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys have done a 14-day round trip, several ocean assaults. You've been working with a crew who knows their shit, upwards and backwards. And where did you guys leave your crew? Are they with the Consummate or are they with Tiny Dancer?
That's a good question.
I'd imagine Tiny Dancer.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
no, we would have needed them to sail the Consummate back to the Four Winds.
well, I mean,
Not necessarily.
no.
No?
No, you could have got the Consummate back up to the Four Winds by yourselves. Like, the having the additional crew is more so, like...
So we can fight on the
yeah,
ship.
if you guys get into combat, somebody is manning the ship while you guys are fighting. But yeah,
It does make sense for them wanting to come back to the center of town rather than hanging out at our place.
Yeah.
that's a shithole.
Okay, so
Well,
they
then
were.
who's
You left them
taking
with
it,
the
like-
consummate.
Yeah.
Especially if there was crates
think
and
we
stuff
should-
on back. But go ahead.
We should hire them to retrofit that ship and fix it up
Oh yeah. Well, I mean,
if they want to.
So they're not woodworkers.
Well,
They
oversee it.
yeah,
Oversee
they
it.
could definitely hang out with the consummate and like make sure that nobody lays claim to it in the time being. Absolutely, because at the moment it's it would have been an unmanned, unowned ship while this investigation's going on, so they can hang out with it for sure.
Definitely.
Okay.
Should just keep them on retainer.
who's taking the?
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
the answer.
You guys paid.
We left it back at the house.
You guys
Right, but did
paid
we-
them for 2 weeks prior to leaving, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So,
Plus Magnus gave them his 82 gold.
right. Okay.
we
Yeah. So
found,
they're paid up for a
um,
while. They're happy with you guys. They like you. Yeah. You gave them 80 something.
82.
They were only 2 gold a day crew. So yeah, they're just like fuck yeah.
Bobby
we'll
Sauce,
hang
yeah.
out. Bobby Sauce is going off to the pub to try and get laid.
Bobby sauce.
Bobby Sauce. Bobby Worcestershire sauce.
Sailing, I guess.
What are we doing right now again?
I'm
Oh, we're
trying
still
to
at the
add
Smiths. Yeah, yeah.
Proficiency of sailing into my thing.
Oh, yeah. How do you even do that?
Ask Corey.
Corey, how do you do that?
You
Adding
guys aren't going to be
proficiencies.
sailing for a bit, so you can add this all after the fact.
I'll have to look into it.
All right, you guys are standing in front of
Thought
Durnix
now, but it's not.
with a weird animated bag of holding inky black cloud halo.
I just
Where are you doing? What are you doing? Where are you going?
Oh, hold on. It hasn't been close enough to like do this, but what happens if you like go touch the cloud? Like what?
Your hand just goes through it.
It's just a
We've been
cloud.
in it
You
for
said
like
that- you
weeks.
said that-
No.
Not in it.
Is
but
the lightning and stuff
Yeah.
effect, is that just a visual or is it actual?
No, it's just visual.
Okay,
Yeah.
so there's no.
No,
Alright.
Cool. It's just a facade.
and from the bag, whenever there's lightning, like a second following, you feel like a tiny little quiver, as if there's
Yeah, little thunder.
as if there's thunder, and you guys all sensed this a bit while you were sailing underneath it. Like when there's lightning, it's like your mind can almost envision or manifest the sound of the thunder, but it's not quite audible. It's more of a mind trickery thing. So you can just like on occasion feel the bag kind of do a little quiver as if there's thunder, and your mind kind of fills in the gap.
I need to get some stuff.
Yeah, I also need to get some stuff too, so.
It's a shopping episode.
Did we try to get the house set up too? Or started?
I guess we have to stick around town for a day or two just as the
okay,
investigation.
so what are we doing with the ship? Are we getting it cleaned and fixed up, or?
Guess that's the
Yeah,
question.
so with the consummate, we should, clean it, fix
do we
it,
wanna-
upgrade it, whatever we want to do. Make it
Swap it out for a
pretty.
different boat. We can sell Tiny Dancer if that helps as well.
Yeah, I
true,
think we
we don't
should
need two
scrap
ships.
it. And then we have the suitcase ship as a backup.
Yeah, that's suitcase ship. Yeah.
That's basically what it is. Yeah.
Okay,
It's
so
a small wooden box that you can just be like, and it's enough for 50 people.
write that down.
Hubbity, hubbity. Shit.
Mana. So sell Tiny Dancer.
Okay, Tiny Dancer has what, 41 HP left?
Yeah.
Yep. And are we gonna sell the consummate
Yes, please.
and then buy a new ship?
Yes.
it's gonna be. It's.
We're gonna lean into some semantics here and just get rid of the juju
My
of
character
cannibalism.
does not want to keep the consummate.
Didn't we like take the evil cloud orb? Now we don't care about like.
We don't know that it's evil.
We don't know that this is evil.
No, it's just got bad vibes.
So did the giant cloud above our ship that kept getting bigger. So what?
The cloud does not eat people.
Well, yeah. Neither does a rune.
Yeah.
There is. We'd have to clean it up anyway to sell it. I don't see the point of.
It could be sight unseen.
Uh huh.
Let's put it on Craigslist.
As is.
Is there a Calliope list online
Put it in
somewhere? where you can
Photoshop.
just, like-
Also,
Boat
is there just a
trader.
ship that's
Boat
around to
trader.
buy? Do we have to commission one to get built?
Sorry, what was that, Falconer?
If we sell the consummate, is there another ship that can just be bought around, or do we have to commission a ship?
You guys would have to make some inquiries.
Well, I mean, we could say that we could do that when we go to the Four Winds to get our money for the crates.
I would also like to point out that you guys
I've been working around the docks a lot. Do I know of any ships for sale?
make an intelligence check.
I gotta remember where all the numbers are. 21.
Oh, wow.
21.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a really big port city. In the time that you've been, like in the last week and a half ish, that you've been doing some odd jobs around the docks to try and make some coin when you met that trader, you know that the turnaround of buying and selling ships can often happen in like a day, 2 days. Like at most, some ships stay on the market like 3 to 4 days at a time. And one ship you were paid to unload was owned by one captain, and then when you were paid to reload it, was owned by a different captain, just within 24 hours. So you know it can happen often. You're not quite sure how the sales are facilitated. Facilitated? That's the right word.
Yep.
But yeah, you can definitely tell the AV Club that you know it shouldn't be hard for them to make a quick turnaround.
All right.
There, I passed that information on to you.
All right. So,
To the docks.
yeah, could we look into doing the old
Or set.
sell and swap, or
Sure.
Yep.
Um,
Somebody should go get.
hopefully we
Tiny
haven't been
dancer
off the
then?
lot
Say a
long
little
enough
bit
to
of
hold
appreciate
on.
it too much.
Falconer was talking. You all drowned him out. What was
Sorry.
that, Falconer?
That's okay. No, do we have to go get the tiny dancer to sell it, or can we just tell the buyer where it is and they can go get it?
For expediency's sake, I'm going to let you guys know that the state Tiny Dancer is in right now.
Not sellable.
Yeah, nobody's going to want it. It's going to be about 1,000 gold just to fix up at this point. At that point, you could probably sell it for about 5.
Oh, okay.
5,000?
5,000. At its state right now, you might be able to sell it for
And then
500.
how long would it take to fix it up and then sell it?
Probably about a week to get it fixed up. Like it got fucking rocked by that. Like the
Yeah.
plesiosauruses were already chipping away at it really hard, and then that fucking nuke that went off beside it. It's like the whole one side of the ship is just bastardized. Like when you guys were sailing back, Magnus.
Okay.
Magnus and Tiff were like having to like fill holes to keep it from sinking.
I feel bad. I will
Oh yeah,
I
you'll.
will fork over the 1,000, and
Okay.
then when we sell it for 5, I will take 1,000 back, and then you guys could each have 1,000.
Great.
Sure.
Okay. You still need to
Have
find
you
somebody to
got
do
1,000
that
gold
with.
around? I have 30.
That's how it goes.
Well, we'll fix that.
Yeah, Roston.
That's
We've
why
been there.
That's why I'm with you.
Roston's been learning odd jobs around the docks aren't worth shit at this point. Like, fuck, let's join a crew and go fuck up some
Let's
dinosaurs.
kill some
You
dinosaurs.
want money, you need to
The
start
best,
selling
the
drugs.
best thing I've done was somebody had a box that had been at sea for too long, and the lock was welded or like seized shut, and I blew the fucking lock apart. That's the coolest thing I did.
2 gold.
I got 20 gold for that.
Oh, nice.
Good.
Yeah, I'd say let's go down to the Four Winds, get somebody to fix up the Tiny Dancer, and then inquire about buying another ship or doing a boat trader situation.
Okay. Falconer, where you guys are at right now at Durnix, you guys are pretty close to the college.
And I say that I'm gonna meet everybody back at the docks. I gotta go do something for a couple hours.
Yeah, can we all just like split up? Is there anything we need? Because
Are we splitting the party?
Well, what were you saying, Falconer?
Sorry.
I need to go make a pit stop at the college, but I don't need anybody to come with me for it.
No.
10-4. Sounds good.
I can meet you guys back at the Four Winds.
Okay.
Rostin, you spent some time at the college. You have anything to follow up with there?
Are the people back to ask about explosives? I got my book.
Remember that whole text I sent you?
Sounds like he's doing some foreshadowing here.
Hold on, I'm reading.
I'm just trying to expedite some processes here.
Can what's her face tell
Felicia
us more
doesn't
about-
work at the college anymore.
Oh,
She does.
okay. That's unfortunate.
Who
Is that why you need to go back to the college?
The lady whose master
hold on.
we skinned alive.
Hold on.
Keep reading.
No, that was Rostin asking Falconer, is that why you needed to go back to the college?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Okay, now a conversation can ensue.
Okay. I do know where she's living. If you need to get a hold of her.
Perhaps you could accompany me and show me.
Alright. She's a couple streets over from the pub puzzles. Should we make our way that way?
Sounds like a plan to me.
Alright, so Rostin
So are
and
we splitting off?
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
Rostin and Falconer start making their way to the southwestern corner of the city, very, very close to where your guys' keep is located. Soon to be keep. The rest of the party's heading to the docks.
Well, I could go component shopping.
Yeah,
if you want.
I need some stuff.
Some stuff.
I
You
was
guys are
think-
all still just standing outside.
I
Derek
was
Smith.
I was thinking of doing something, but I don't think.
What time is it right now in the day?
I'd say you guys got back probably like 10, 11 in the morning. About a 45 to an hour hike to the Animalum, 45 to Dernix. Yeah, I'd say you guys are about 4:35 in the afternoon.
No.
It's a big city. Takes a while to trek places just on foot.
So we can
Okay,
split up.
here's what I propose.
Oh.
We all go split up and do what we have to do. We'll go meet back up at the half in, half out tonight for supper and sleep. And then we'll go to the Four Winds first thing in the morning.
For what, around? I mean, we could each get to the half in, half out whenever during the night. We don't have to meet. We could just meet in the morning. So as long as we're all there for the morning,
wh-
that works.
Whatever, yep. That works.
Okay.
So yeah.
Sure.
Mm.
Ship it.
All right. Who's going first?
I'm going first.
Matt and I are going first.
And
All right.
I'm
Yes.
going to wash it.
Falconer.
Help.
So I led him all the way to Felicia's house, and
Any conversation on the way?
may I inquire is what you're inquiring with Felicia for?
Yes, it's a interesting little thing I've come across in my paladin training. My master had left me some tasks to do, and part of that is deciphering some celestial scrolls. Unfortunately, I don't read celestial, and the professor had been doing that for me until he was eaten by those giant toads. So Felicia is my only link to that now.
Ah, yes. That sounds much too high and mighty for me. My father had once given me a specific task, but it was nothing of the sort. He made me stare at a rock for 3 days. Anyway, this way to Felicia's house. I will see if she knows anything.
Thank you. Lead the way.
All right.
And we get there, and I just let him.
Yep. From Dernick's shop, it takes you guys probably. He's pretty Upper East End, you know. He's one of those Upper East End smiths. Takes you guys probably about an hour and 20 minutes. Takes you guys probably about an hour, 20 minutes, hour 30 minutes to get there. It's not Yeah, you're probably about an hour and a half from dusk as you approach. As you get to Felicia's front door, it's a small house. It's kind of nestled between two larger buildings. As you knock on the door, there's no response. I want you to both make a perception check.
17.
I always forget where things are. Perception. 16.
Okay, good. You knock, and it's quiet for a minute, and then you hear...
Felicia, it is me, Austin. Are you okay in there? Felicia! That does not sound good to me, Falconer.
Oh, can I go like look through? Can I go look through like a window or something?
Yeah,
See if I can see anything.
there's
Or
one...
is there a window?
There's one window out front. The curtains are drawn.
Oh, okay.
I do not like the sound of this. Felicia is very dear to me. We must go in there and see that she's okay.
Very well. After you.
How sturdy is the front door?
Kick in the devil.
It's a regular wooden front door.
Can we tag team it and just like both
just
shoulder into the door?
Through.
Yeah, for sure. Make who's going to be the leading?
Or you could roll.
Yeah, Rostin can.
Rostin. Okay, so Rostin, make a strength check with advantage.
Okay, real quick though, I wanted to ask you, when we meet our character, am I supposed to be level 3 or not?
You were level 2 before, right?
I don't know. It says I'm level 1 right now with 0 experience.
Well,
Oh,
It
no.
says I'm fighter 3.
No, you should be
That's
level.
why I just wanted to check.
You should be level 3. Yeah.
So
add
I'm like fighter
4,000
level
experience
3, but my character's level 1 with 0 experience.
Hold on.
Yeah, I wanted to check that before we got too far.
No, you should definitely be level 3, like getting ready to go to level 4.
You'll end up.
Tate, refresh Rostin's page.
Refreshing. There we go. Okay, level 3.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. So strength check against the door with advantage.
Survey says.
What's the advantage do again?
You roll twice and take the higher number.
Right.
Oof. Hope it's better than that. There
Alright,
you go.
That's 20 plus 3.
Okay.
Nice.
So the two of you, not bothering to see if the door is locked, shatter the door.
That sounds like me. That sounds like me.
It falls to pieces as you come in. There's like a main, like a quick 6-foot section of hallway that is now just littered with destroyed door. It splits out to the sides into the house is like it's a small house. Forward and back is like a kitchen. Off to the right is a small set of stairs to upstairs. It's not a big upstairs, like it's barely 2 stories. It's like a 1-story with like an attic space. And you see as you come in on your left, well, not even just on your left. Looking around immediately, this house is filled with books and scrolls. You have just busted into a very nerdy household. And immediately on your left, you see a collapsed bookshelf with just like an arm reaching out underneath like 300 different books as Felicia is just like pinned under all of her literature.
Drowned in her nerddom.
Alright, so we scramble to pull the books off her and pull her out.
Yep.
Okay. As you pull her out, quick, both of you make a perception check.
23.
So the 23, Falconer notices that there's like a half-spilled tankard of ale on the floor beside her. It's not dry, but it's not fully wet. Like, she might have been under this book pile for probably about 8 hours. And as you pull her out, she's like gasping and just like super thankful. Oh my God, thank you so much. Oh my God, I didn't know if anybody was going to hear me or come and help me out. I was just trying to get a book off the top shelf, and then the bottom shelf, I should have used the step stool, but I stepped on the shelf and it broke out from underneath me, and then all these books came down on top of me, and I just couldn't.
Oh, Felicia, my dear.
Oh, Rostin.
It's all right.
Thank you so much.
Nice to see you, my lovely.
Why did you break my door down? It wasn't locked.
I heard you struggling. I had no time to think. I just thought I would never bear to think if something happened to you.
I wish there was like a flirt check for this.
Just presume I roll zeros on all of them.
Yeah. Make a
performance? Charisma.
Everybody, shut the fuck up. Make a charisma check.
I was thinking animal handling.
12. Okay, I guess I get it. You hear damsel in distress. I suppose I understand. I mean, I read a lot of literature, and sometimes
I will fix your door. I will fix your door.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
Throw up a door.
That only lasts so long.
Right.
Thank you. I was, you know what? It's okay. I was just really worried I was gonna die under my pile of books.
Are you all right now? I've brought you someone who has questions for you.
You notice as you're talking to, like, she's. No, never mind. That would have faded off by now. It's just the tankard on the ground.
She's not drunk anymore. She's been trapped under books for 8 hours.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. Hello, Felicia. Are you sure you're okay?
I think I'll be okay. I mean, this was probably the most terrifying part of my life. Actually, you know what? I was really concerned when Professor Farnsworth went missing, but this is probably a close second. I think I'll be okay. And she kind of like walks into the kitchen, and you see she's like shaking a little bit, and she like goes and like grabs this small cask of ale and like starts refilling her mug as she like takes a big swig.
And I just want to walk up and put my hands on her shoulders, and if I can use my lay on hands to like heal anything that's buggered up with her, stabilize her.
She's more frightened than hurt. She's just a really dainty lady. Like, it was just like a lot of weight on her, and like she could still breathe, but she was just like pinned and restrained. So even just like the physical touch, she's kind of just thankful for the comfort.
Okay. Yes. Please come sit down. Sit down.
Okay, yes. I think I could use a good sit. And she like takes a big like hand-shaking drink out of the tankard.
Good. I have something I'd like to show you, and I hope you can help me with. You would have seen the original scroll I showed Professor Farnsworth the first time we came to visit.
Oh, yes, Professor Farnsworth, that poor soul. You know, Rastin and I went to his funeral. There wasn't a whole lot of people that showed up. He wasn't a very loved. He was just so into his work. But, I mean, his niece and nephew showed up. That was really nice of them to come. What do you have?
I'm hoping you can carry on his legacy here. And so I'm going to take the second scroll out and the hand and open the scroll.
Is that a severed hand? That's so weird. How long have you had that? What is that? Oh my God, that thing just opened up. What? Okay. Oh, that's celestial. I know how to read that.
Yes. Could you translate this, please?
I can. So in the harmonic resonance that seems to come from her throat, even in her like busied form of talking, out loud, she speaks. And as the star came crashing to the earth, the saviors, the marked, stood in the wake of the ritual in the blood of the slain and watched the cataclysm. There, at the center point, the mechanism slowing and stopping, none would survive.
Whoa.
Oh my goodness, that's terrifying. What do you think that means? The marked, and she starts talking in common now. The marked, it's the cataclysm, and what kind of a mechanism? I mean, I've seen some lever mechanisms and some trigger mechanisms, but that's crazy that like none would survive. What do you think that means?
Trying to find that out. However, I do believe the marked may have something to do with the symbol we were having Professor Farnsworth investigate.
Well, that's terrifying, because if you're the marked, and that means that you would be there at whatever cataclysm when there's some sort of that would mean that you would die with it, and that'd be terrifying. I don't want you to die. I just lost the professor. I don't want to see you go too.
Well, my dear, this is just an ancient scroll. It could really apply to anyone. There's no need to worry.
Okay. I guess I get that. And she takes another big swig out of her cup.
Now, have you made any headway on investigating our symbol? I know we had translated 2 of those ruins before.
No, well, unfortunately, after Professor Farnsworth's death, I was removed from the college because I was just an assistant, and they didn't really have any need for me. I'm not professor status, so I mean, Rastin knows. He helped me haul my goods back home, my personal items and belongings, and I've just been kind of really distraught and upset by the whole situation. I've been spending a lot of time at puzzles with Django. Django's a really good bartender. He's so good with his words, and I just don't know what to do with myself anymore.
Well, what would you need to continue that research?
I mean, if I were ever reinstated at the college, that would probably help. They have so many more good books than I do. My books are all very basic things that I've been able to buy with my assistant's salary over the several years, and stuff that I inherited from my parents, which is honestly on my mom's side like a lot of sexual literature, and on my dad's side just like a bunch of really weird history from like the last 500 years that's not really of that much use, you know. But I mean, given the right books, I could help. I mean, I read a lot of languages.
Yes. Never worry, my dear. I will try to get something figured out.
Okay, well, I would really appreciate that if you could help. I mean, I'm kind of lost without my work right now. And she takes another big drink. I'm kind of just feeling like like most of my time is just spent drinking and wallowing, and you can see her cheeks are already getting like really rosy from the few drinks she's had. She's a pretty lightweight.
All right. In the meantime, anything you can do to help find out information. I'm gonna put down a little bag of like 100 gold. You take this. You take this from me. Any books you need, anything you need to find to keep at it, please do, and I will see what I can do with the college.
Felicia, were there any other professors that you think might have expertise in this subject?
Can you say that one more time?
Professors that have expertise in the subject at college.
I mean, no. Professor Farnsworth was a bit of a spearhead, particularly expertise individual. We haven't really seen anybody around.
I'm waiting for them to stop sending me robots.
You waiting for what?
I asked Felicia if she knew any professors that have expertise in this kind of thing.
She said that Farnsworth was the only one that she knew. Outside of that, like, she's been his assistant for several years, probably 5+ years. And outside of him, there hasn't been any language or runic professors or expertises that have come through the city. She does then turn to Falconer, and Falconer, can you hear us? Felicia goes to her pile of books, and it takes her about 15 minutes to dig through the pile. But she does come up with a book and gives it to Falconer and says that this will help Falconer in his study of Celestial so that you don't have to rely on her or any other professors. And she hands you the item In the Beginnings, which you can add to your inventory, Falconer. And it's basically Celestial ABCs. It can be read in 1 hour increments to learn the basics of Celestial.
Sweet.
Being that it is a difficult language, it will take 100 hours of study to complete the book. When complete, the reader will be able to read and write basic Celestial words. Words 4 letters or smaller. Falconer, so you know, this is one of 3 tomes of a set of 3. Like there's multiple across the world, of course, but it's the first of 3 steps that you can take to fully understand, read, understand, and eventually speak Celestial.
I got some of that.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, no.
You want to try and maybe reset the call?
Yeah, I'm gonna leave you and come back.
What we got out of that was he's got a book that can help him learn Celestial words up to 4 letters.
Yeah, did you add that?
And,
Did you add that? Sorry, Falconer, did you add that to your inventory?
Well,
Yes, it is in my backpack.
Nice.
and while you guys were troubleshooting, we did some role playing. I'm gonna be assisting him with his Celestial research.
Okay.
That's exciting.
That's
Um,
like our
assist-
friendship has blossomed here.
assistance on reading a book doesn't really expedite the process.
No,
No,
but
but
then
like
we
maybe when I'm off on my own adventures, maybe I pick up a Celestial book or 2.
Right.
yeah.
Or then when we meet back up, it's like, oh, like I know a few more words that you don't know, and then I
July
might, I don't know,
10th,
something like
something
that.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, cool. Okay, so at this point, she gives you a book. She's getting a little buzzed. You know what? I really do appreciate the assistance. I really thank you. I really thought I was going to die under my what I guess you could call it an addiction. Die from my addiction, my book addiction. You know what? I'm going to go down the street to Puzzles. Have you guys ever been to Puzzles? Django's the bartender there. He's a really nice guy. I'm pretty sure he owns the place, and he's really good at like literature and stuff. He does a lot of reading himself. He knows a lot about runics and whatever. And sometimes it's nice to just be a little tipsy and talk about your passions with him. He's a really understanding guy. Do you want to come with me?
Sure, we can spare some time.
I do. I know Django a little bit. I've stopped in for a drink or 2.
Nice.
Before that as well, I asked if she knows any professors that have any expertise in the subject.
All right.
you
So
answer that?
yeah. So she had responded to that, and not currently. Farnsworth was the spearhead of and the namesake of that kind of stuff, and since his passing, she doesn't really know anybody other than potentially Django, who she talks to about her work.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's no other avenues currently at the college that would help her get reinstated
Not currently.
or anything like that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to Puzzles.
Yeah, can we try to fix her door before we leave?
Oh, that door is obliterated. It'll have to be
Okay.
rebuilt. Yeah.
We take the bookshelf that's did the bookshelf break when it fell over?
Just like the bottom shelf did. So when she was stepping up to try and grab books, the bottom shelf broke, and then the rest of it kind of just tumbled out on top of her.
Okay, does she have any empty bookshelves?
I mean, it's empty now. All the books are on the floor.
Any bookshelves that can we put anything in front of the door while we're gone until I fix it.
You could prop up the pieces of the old door. No, you guys.
They just want to put the bookshelf in front of the door.
Yeah, you can put the empty bookshelf in front of the door. Yeah.
Okay, we prop the bookshelf up in front of the door, and I tell her I'll be back tomorrow to fix her door.
Okay. And you make your way to puzzles.
And we go to puzzles.
Okay.
And we see Django.
Switching off to our next party group.
Yep.
Who is buying components?
That will be me and Arya.
Okay. So, from when the party split, you guys are standing in front of Dernix.
I actually, since we're still at Dernix, I wouldn't mind picking up maybe some silver bolts if he's got any.
Okay.
Do you know where the cats are? Are they upstairs?
They're probably napping, yeah.
Oh. Oh, yeah.
For silver bolts, you're probably looking at 2 gold pieces per bolt.
Two silver per bolt is so 1 gold would be 5 silver.
You said 2 silver per bolt? Or 2 gold per bolt?
Yeah. 2 gold or 2 silver?
The amount of silver melted down to make a silver bolt is a little less than 2 gold, so then with the markup to make a profit,
Okay.
2 gold.
2 gold per...
2 gold per bolt. So I will take 20 bolts.
Okay. So 40 gold out of your shit.
Yes.
Question for spells and like their components. Can I like reuse components?
No,
Or
once they're used for
they
a spell,
were
they're
not?
been used, yeah.
Is there like an apothecary around, or
Yeah, you ask Dernix, and he can give you general directions to most things in the city. He's been there about 10 years.
yeah?
So you can...
Is there anything specific that you need, or
Bloodstones, shamrock leaf,
Lodestones?
sure. Leaf of sumac, tallow, burnstone,
So as you're asking Dernix about
dusting of powdered iron.
this... Yeah, dusting apart, he can literally just like sweep some up off the floor and gives it to you, 0 cost.
Sweet.
Okay, how much do you need?
check?
I don't know. It says a dusting of.
A dusting of? He could probably give you a pound of powdered iron.
Okay.
Because, yeah, it's just everywhere on his floor.
Awesome.
As you ask him about these types of components and whatnot, he gestures back to the half-elf worker that he's got, and you follow him back into like their main offices, and with a bit of whispering and the movement of his hands, this small little portal opens up in the back, and a safe emerges, and he unlocks the safe. Asks you what you need. Like he's the enchanter of their smithy work.
Oh.
He's not as powerful as Pulgra, but he takes on some of her load when she's not there.
Can he do identify?
He cannot. I would have brought that up.
Well, I need fireflies and or phosphorescent moss, and then salt.
Yes, salt you'd have to buy someplace else, but what was the first 2?
Fireflies and or phosphorescent moss.
He can provide both of those, yeah, out of the little safe pocket dimension.
How much?
How much do you need?
I mean, I'd like enough that I could use it for a while.
That I can use it.
Multiple.
You can tell that it's enough because of the way it is.
I don't know, like
how much?
Like
Yes.
10 spells worth.
I don't know how much that is. You need to tell the DM how much that is.
It's
Yes.
One less than 11.
So is
One
it
more.
like a firefly per spell?
Yeah.
Do they need to be alive? Like, these are the things I need to know.
I don't think so.
All right.
Yeah, my light spell, I need a firefly or a phosphorescent moss, is all it says.
Okay, he can give you about 7 well-preserved dead fireflies.
Okay.
And about 3 small dried reserves of phosphorescent moss. Make it 4. You can make it 4.
Okay.
What does Arya need?
Lodestones?
Lodestones. Okay.
Everything's got too many A's anyway.
Corey, was that all you needed to buy?
That and salt, and then I need to also find some parchment and get someone to write holy script on it, which I could probably do myself.
He can provide parchment of the quality needed for that. I don't know how much
like
a sheet
Staples.
I don't know how much a sheet of parchment is.
It's like a package of loose leaf at Staples. But magical.
Not the one.
A book is 25 gold.
A book is 25 gold. Okay, so you're buying a book?
Sure.
Okay.
The other stuff, there's no cost or price for it. Because normally, like, components that don't have a monetary value,
They're worth basically nothing.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's like, yeah, her iron dust. It's like, oh, I work in a smithy. Just take what's on my floor.
Right.
Yeah.
Pieces
So
of-
buying it, I'd say, all in all, what did I told you a price initially, didn't I? 2 gold?
Well, there's the bolts that I paid gold
Yeah, the
for.
bolts, but like the phosphorescent moss and the fireflies,
Whatever,
Yeah, like
whatever
a-
you decide.
like a gold.
Doesn't
Sure.
say
Yeah.
how much.
Another 25. 26, sorry.
This is the only downside to splitting the party. Is so many other people are just sitting, just can't say shit.
It's been moving pretty slow once we got back, yeah. It makes sense. A lot of logistics.
Javelin's
One
just like a
gold
stick, right?
each.
Pretty much.
A javelin is a fully metal crafted item. A spear is basically a stick with an iron tip. And a pike is just a big wooden stick. People who are going to buy and sell boat shit, who's doing that? Zhoadel and
Nope.
Riordan? Where's Zhoadel right now?
We're all at the
Right.
Smith.
But like if you guys had all split up, Rostin and Falconer went off to Felicia. Magnus, I almost called you Caleb. Magnus and Arya are component shopping. Riordan and Zhoadel, what are you guys doing? I thought you guys were going down to check on ship prices and shit.
Yeah, I guess we can. Are you guys basically done? Or you still need stuff?
They're
I
gonna
don't
probably
really
have to go
need
to a
any.
couple of shops. Bless you.
I mean, do we need... This is Brett asking DM question. Do we
Mhm.
need them... Like... does there have to be interaction and dialogue for that to happen? Or can
No.
it just be semantics, box check, now we're here?
Bless you.
Yeah,
like
the Felicia scenario is a little bit like she needed a little bit of rescuing. What these two are doing, basically just like
Okay.
gold versus what they want and the time it takes them to go around for sure. So if you guys was like buzzing down to the docks,
Well, if that's the case, then they can just check the box and come with us, if that's the case.
So I mean, if you guys are traveling with them, they're gonna probably have to make at least another 1 or 2 stops at like an apothecary and shit. So let's divvy it up and move fast. I'm all about that.
Yeah. Yeah, because this just seems administrative in nature, so.
Shopping episodes are not fun episodes, Brett. I am with you 100%.
Yeah, and like I guess if there's a way to cut that down, then let's do it. But yeah, I'm definitely. I mean, Zhoadel, yeah, we can go down to the dock and just get some
Oh,
prices on.
Yeah, I guess I'll go.
Collect our money for the 4 crates, and then.
Okay, so you guys, technically I already said to add the 400 gold for the
Yeah.
crates, right? Okay,
Yeah,
so
I already have it.
bypassing that would have happened the following day. So just ignore that.
Okay.
You two go down. At this point, you're looking for somebody to fix up Tiny Dancer before you can sell her.
Right.
And then you're also selling the consummate.
Yeah, ideally
You guys
getting
wanted
something with
that was the
non-cannibalisms.
group decision was selling consummate, getting an identical ship that I already drew really well.
Yep.
Aside from the bow. Shut up.
Is that blood streaks or is that?
No,
piece of wood?
that's a forward mast.
Good. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I only have so many browns. Okay, so you can talk to people at the Four Winds that will give you a good idea who to talk to, how to sell the ship. You're probably going to lose about 1,000 gold on the sale just because of like the grossness of the cannibalism stuff. They're probably going to have to take it off to a different country or region after it's clean up to sell it. So it might take you guys a couple of weeks to get the gold. But talking to the people at the Four Winds who you know and you trust, they're going to let you know that these people, you're in good hands with them. You're not going to get ripped off by any means. And if they do, then they can answer to you guys. So, and at this point, just seeing you guys like roll in under a storm cloud, not a lot of people are like, oh yeah, we'll fuck these people over. So, what was the fucking price on these things?
How much bigger is the consummate to the tiny dancer? Like, is it kind of to scale like this, or?
So this is a proper sailing ship. This was sort of like a mix between a longboat and a sailing ship. So it was like a lot of, in shallow waters was oars. These sailing ships, basically like oars are needed just to push off, and then they're very, very dexterous sailing
Machines.
entities. Yeah.
Cool.
After the $1,000 to repair, we'll expedite all this. $1,000, 1,000 gold to repair Tiny Dancer. You can sell her for 3. Sorry,
Okay.
5. I said
Yeah,
earlier.
you said 5. Yeah. Okay.
Correct, because she wasn't a proper D&D approved ship. So you guys can add 5,000 gold, 4,000 gold, I guess technically, because you're eating the cost of the $1,000 repair.
Yep.
And taking his
I'm
1,000
taking
back.
my
Right.
1,000 back.
So everybody else, 4,000 gold.
So we get 1,000 back.
The consummate will sell for, it's still in really good condition, normally 10,000 gold. With a bit of haggling and the fact that it used to be a cannibal ship, you'll get 9,000 gold for its sale.
There's 5 of us, so we each get 1,000. Right?
And then the purchase,
Yeah.
Okay.
and then the purchase of a new sailing ship, your name to be decided. It's actually freshly built. If you guys, or do you want a used or a freshly built?
What's the difference?
Yeah.
What's the perks and
Well, I mean, renaming a previously used ship is bad luck.
Oh, it is. Yeah. Yeah. Good juju. Yeah. Let's
Okay.
just get the new one. Yeah.
Something fresh off the market.
Yeah.
Cost you about 11,500 gold.
So
Freshly built.
9?
So it's 2.5. So that's 500 gold each for a brand new ship.
Okay.
Net.
I'm fine with that.
Same.
Do it up.
500.
500.
11,500.
11.5 minus 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just got
9.
9.
So 2,500 over 5.
Right.
500 each.
500 each. Do we want to stick with Tiny Dancer or
Tiny Dancer 2.
Tiny Dancer 2?
Electric Boogaloo.
Oh.
Yeah, this is a brand
Do
new.
it Star Trek style. Tiny Dancer A. Tiny Dancer B.
The Ball Eater. Did you get to that part yet?
I don't think I have, no.
Okay.
Can somebody detach Tiny Dancer from that side? There's your new ship.
Oh, yeah. Naming the new ship.
Did we commission a flag at the same time?
Oh.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is the place to get that?
What do you guys want your flag to look like? I will posit this idea, like over the next week, you guys come up with what you want your flag to look like.
Do it like the community flag. Has to have some
E,
hidden meaning.
e pluribus anus.
Eat my anus. What?
Yeah. So yeah, your new ship comes with 4 regular-sized ballista, 2 of them on a below-deck portion where the occupants who are shooting have 3/4 cover, 2 catapults at the back, so if you guys want to escape, just shooting sandbags, blinding people, and then veering off to get the fuck out of the way. It also travels at basically twice the speed of your previous vessel.
That's exciting.
2 miles an hour. Your previous ship...
What was 1 mile an hour?
It was, yeah. It was 1 mile. Yeah, it was a mile an hour.
Oh man, my brain is just firing with names right now.
All right. During this process, you've commissioned a flag. You guys will figure out what your flag is, what your name of your ship is. There is also the... at this point, some of you are remembering that Sven has been living with his family at the half in, half out on his own. Or did somebody give him money? Pretty sure he's been living at his own expense at the half in, half out with his family.
We'll look into
Let's go ahead.
fixing up the house.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's the most.
So while Riordan and Zhoadel are at the
Wait,
docks,
I went? I did that?
I assumed you were with him.
Yeah, the both of us went down and figured out
I
the ship
did it
stuff.
too then.
Or where were you? Are you on your own solo adventure here?
I was gonna get a tattoo, but it's fine.
Okay, Zhoadel's off getting a tattoo.
I was honestly conflicted about getting it anyway. It's fine.
Riordan's off doing business.
I don't need to.
Zhoadel's getting a tattoo.
With what?
Exactly.
Choose your own adventure.
I don't know. I'm fine.
Zhoadel's
Okay.
getting a tattoo.
Oh.
You can decide what it is after. Like we're expediting the
It's
whole
the
shop.
Alphasaur. It's obviously the Alphasaur.
Nice.
I can't.
Like up the back, up the chest,
full back
like down an
tattoo.
arm.
I was
like
thinking. I don't know.
messy.
Up the
Like Japanese dragon style, just a whole back tattoo. Yeah.
Your adventure. You choose what and where you want it. So Riordan, while you're down at the docks, you do inquire about woodworkers who would be able to help start the fixing up of the keep. Make a perception. No, make a perception check.
11.
11. You talk to a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy. It takes you a little while.
Turns out it's Sven.
Sven did learn masonry all on his own.
With that 45 grand, we just what did we do with that?
It's still floating around in limbo.
Right.
Dragging around and
In a lead line chest
Yeah,
being
exactly.
dragged around.
We're
All right.
Spinning it on our finger. Yeah.
So, based off the people you know who can fix up the tiny dancer, you hear of a man, a carpenter. He works down in the southwestern end of the city, fairly near your guys' keep and Puzzles and Felicia's house. His name is Samuel Closton.
Sammy Claw.
And it takes you the better part of the afternoon to get down there and meet up with him. And he is a pureblood Alanoran, long blonde hair, big burly gentleman. Doesn't seem like he's drunk, so that's a good sign.
Small wins.
He only has 9 fingers.
Okay.
A pinky's been lost somewhere along the way. And as you talk to him about the price of potential, he haggles with you a little bit. Complains that his best worker Dale has left about 6 months ago.
Dale.
It's been a while. Yeah, he wishes he still had Dale on his crew, but we can probably get that mess fixed up for you in probably about 4 or 5 weeks. It's not like it's coming down. It's more that it just needs a pick-me-up.
Good.
All the voices are going to sound like that tonight because I can't do anything else.
Yep.
When you inquire about a mason as well for all of the stonework that needs to be fixed up, he sends you towards a man named Groon Leatherchest.
Okay.
Groon, G-R-W's.
Of course.
N. I love W's.
GRW.
Is leather chest spelled with a Q or?
Yeah, 4 Q's, 7 Z's, and 3 X's.
Got it.
No, Leatherchest spelled straight across the board.
What was that other guy's name?
Samuel Closton. Samuel spelled regular, Closton spelled Clausten.
Let's get this motherfucking wood on this motherfucking house.
Sam Jack.
Clausten was a carpenter.
Yep.
And Groon is what?
He's a stonemason.
Gruun.
Okay.
Samuel Clausten's business is called Woodplane.
Not an aircraft manufacturer, I'd assume. Style? Plain.
Plane like planing wood.
Right, good.
But it's because there's multiple planes of existence. I thought that was funny.
Yep.
And
Odd have been material plane.
Groon Leather Chest's business is called Chip Off the Block.
Nice.
Alright.
Have you thought about your tattoo?
Yeah.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Passes over.
Oh, why did I use the computer one? Dang it, nat one. God!
7.
You bleed a lot during the tattooing process.
Wonderful.
You take 4 points of piercing damage.
Rages, rips off the guy's head.
Not good. All right, so Rarden, you end up actually down exactly where Rostin and Falconer are kind of hanging out. And by the time you're kind of finished doing your business, make a perception check.
11.
11's enough, yeah. As you're heading your way back up towards half in, half out, you hear some familiar laughter inside of a pub as you're passing by. And as you veer in, you find Felicia, Rostin, and Falconer all having a gay old time.
There they are. How are you guys doing?
Ryerden!
Oh, you guys are in it already.
Oh my god, I haven't seen you in like forever. It's like, oh my god, can you believe that I was under a pile of books, but you know, that's besides. Oh my god, have you met Django? And she points to the bartender.
Is he unchained?
This was literally like the third NPC I ever made, guys. It's taking you so long. Django Niner. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Shaking hands, I guess. Yeah.
And you see, he's got long black hair. It's straight, but there's assorted braids. There's a long red feather tied into one of the braids. He's got a bristling black beard. He's wearing a white, sort of sailor-esque puffy shirt with a red leather vest pulled over top of it, and black leather pants. Really broad shoulders, thick arms and legs, and behind the bar you see, it used to be a scimitar until I learned the word falchion, a big curved blade falchion resting up on the bar where the booze is both rested above and below. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
You too. Good to meet you. You've obviously, you've got good taste in friends.
Felicia and I have been talking for many years. She's got a good head on her shoulders.
She does indeed. She's helped us quite a bit.
You notice that the only two bartenders that are in the place are a pair of tieflings. I didn't write down their descriptions. One of them's purple and one of them's red.
Okay.
Yeah.
How you guys doing?
And what can I get for you?
I'll grab whatever they're having.
What are you guys having?
Ales, man. All the ales.
Alright, a couple of ales. Another one for you, young lad.
Thank you. Appreciate it. So what'd you guys do this afternoon? What were you up to?
Well, Felicia here had a bookcase fall over on her.
Oh,
It was
shit.
quite the scene.
I really did. I'm such a clutch. I'm sorry you guys had to come to my aid. I'm really glad you did. I didn't want to die under my books. That would have been really bad. And she takes another big...
Just use the duel next time. You'll be perfectly fine.
You're so smart, Falconer. I definitely will do that, because what if you're not there next time? I might just suffocate under my books. That's crazy. I don't want that to happen, especially after what happened to Professor Farnsworth. And she kind of hiccups and sobs a little bit. She's a cheap, emotional drunk.
Yep.
So for clarity, Django is the bartender at Puzzles?
Yeah.
Right.
Guess I finally made it to Puzzles.
Django is spelled the right way with the D in front, right?
Yeah. Xander, just for reference, that is very audible on the microphones.
Yeah. Okay.
Sweet. Right on. Well, just to keep you guys in the loop, we've got
It's just that mic's
we've got people working on the house. We've got a couple people lined up. I was able to find a mason and a carpenter, which is great, and so that's on the move.
Fantastic.
And then we've got some cash for a new ship, which I think is going to be also it's ready to go. It's brand new, so that's with the sale of the consummate, I believe that we've got a good deal on that, and then Tiny Dancer's taken care of as well. So we've got some money to spare, and then we've got ourselves a new ship that we've got to name. So it's a busy afternoon.
Everything's coming up, Amour Ventis.
It's good. So that's what's going on. Yeah. Where oh yeah, Zhoadel's over. She decided to go and get a tattoo.
Oh, no, I didn't.
You're not getting a tattoo? So you've been with...
I don't know.
Where are you at right now?
You gotta pick something.
We need a destination.
Sure.
You have been with Rarden?
Yep.
Okay. Cool, because that makes a massive difference in storytelling here. And now tell me, half-orc one, why would you go and have that symbol tattooed on your chest there?
That's an interesting question there, Django. It's this is something that we've been dealing with basically the entire time we've been together here as a crew. See, we've all actually got it, and we have no idea where it came from.
Well, I can tell you, it's not something that you should have on yourself. That there's the Kelborn sigil of binding.
The Kelborn sigil of binding?
Question for the DM.
Yeah.
Is
I'm still
the
here, I'm
symbol
just
burning
sharing.
because Magnus and I are far away from them?
Yeah, so at various points during the day, as you guys have all split up, you're not far enough for it to, hurt, but you all notice the discomfort the farther you get from one another, for sure.
Just how do you just run the name by me again?
The Kelborn sigil of binding. K-E-L.
Oh, I got the K. Nice.
B-O-U-R-N-E.
Very Australian of you. It is. Sigil? How do you spell sigil? I don't even know.
S-I-G-I-L, I believe is sigil. Sigil, as Matt used to
I
call it.
couldn't remember if it was I's or Y's. Sig of binding.